Breast cancer kills more than 41,000 American women every year. Researchers in the San Francisco lab are working to shrink that number, and they're doing it with an unusual weapon, marijuana, or at least a compound from it.
And what we found is that this compound called cannabidiol was particularly effective at inhibiting aggressive breast cancers.
First, scientists at California Pacific Medical Center discovered a key gene which enables breast cancer to spread. Then they tested the pot compound and realized it could actually inhibit that gene's destructive path and stop the spread of tumor cells, and potentially do it without harming a patient.
We know that this compound extracted from cannabis is non-toxic in patients because it has already been used for different kind of disease.
The benefits may not stop there. Scientists say the cannabis compound may fight other aggressive cancers, including prostate cancer. The next step, animal studies, then clinical trials. So it may be several years before patients may benefit from a cannabis cancer fighter.
I think it's a promising avenue in terms of the treatment for aggressive cancers, and which is really where we need treatments for.
Marianne Favreau, NBC News.
So what we found, the major finding, is that if you combine CBD with THC, you actually enhance the anti-cancer effects of THC. It's been previously reported that THC was effective at inhibiting aggressive brain cancers in vivo, and this, what they call preclinical data, led to a small clinical trial in Spain. So there's been quite a bit of literature suggesting that if you combine cannabinoids, actually different components of cannabinoids, THC and other similar compounds that similar in structure, that you might be able to enhance the activity of that individual compound. So this is the hypothesis that we worked with. We screened a variety of cannabinoids and against many different types of cancers. And from that screen we found that this compound called cannabidiol, which happens to be the second most abundant cannabinoid in the plant cannabis, was actually the most active compound when we were testing its ability to inhibit many different types of aggressive cancers. So we combined this compound along with THC in culture dishes of aggressive brain cancer cells, and what we found is we got a synergistic improvement in the ability of THC to not only inhibit the growth of these aggressive brain cancer cells, but also to cause programmed cell death, which is very important because you actually want to kill these tumor cells so they don't have the ability to grow back. And so that's really the major finding. And also within that, we were able to find specific molecular mechanisms that might explain why combining the two compounds makes for a more efficient treatment. And so we're hoping maybe to use that finding to potentially improve treatments not only in aggressive brain cancer, but perhaps in other aggressive cancers.
So everyone's going to say, great, that means if I have brain cancer or some other cancer, I can just smoke a joint and I'm
Right.
good, right?
Well, based on the studies in culture and also in vivo, the data suggests that really in order for the compounds to be active, you have to use quite a high concentration. And you wouldn't be able to reach that concentration by smoking the compound. It really needs to be a direct administration. In fact, in the small clinical trial, they used infusion pumps that were put directly into the brain so they can infuse the compound right directly to the tumor. And that way they were able to get this high concentration to the tumor.